This is all wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and the consumables you seek may be found at the tavern. Mariel Agronomics. As I imagine Cookingway and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, would that be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Oriange was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a little bit verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention Aetheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. Get the food while the food's getting good. No, we're gonna save Aetheris. There's no way we're gonna let this planet be destroyed. Okay, I was wondering if we could see more, like, waterworks in here. There are a lot of people you can talk to. But it's a pretty locked-tight facility. Alright, where's Cookingway going? Where are we? I guess we're... Oh, we're up here? What the heck? Okay. And the only way... Is there a way out this direction? Orwin, show us the way. Guide us with your glowing ball. The shape-changing one. Do you control its shape change, or does it just kind of randomly do it on its own? Yeah, and this is... I think Thanalan. Sure, I'll take a ride, Krinika. I know, you're all like, you're taking too long, Jake. Get a move on. Get a move on. Potion Master Yi. You couldn't tell that I would have married an Aura. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That seems pretty apparent to me. Really hot or really cold? No in between. I've never heard that before. I'm always hot. My dad is always hot. My mom is always cold. I got the short end of the stick. You like it cold. Oh, based on what you're doing. If you're on the ground, it's a ball. If you're underwater, it's a triangle. And if you're flying, it's a square. Oh, that's pretty wild. That's really cool, Karinika. Thank you for letting me know about that. No, I'm definitely I prefer on the cooler side because you can always put more clothing on. Whereas if you're hot, you just sweat. So I'm like I don't know, 76 is pretty solid, but I think 76 is probably pretty warm for some people. I know some people who are like, oh, I gotta have a 72 or 60, you know, and I'm like, okay, you're crazy. No, but 70, 76, 74, somewhere in that range, I think is really nice. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. That's not Roger Rabbit. Oh, Peter Rabbit? A Peter Rabbit reference? Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they'd be willing to part with a few samples. Oh, they're not accompanying me. Let's go, Cookingway. We will have to converse. Oh, there's no chattable spots? That's kind of sad. I was hoping that he'd comment on the pumpkins or something. Come along, Cookingway. Maybe after we talk to Jebka. What a fine mess this is. Oh, we got floating lalas. Thank God. If we angle it just right. Giant lalas in the stones in the background on the wall. Of course, the camera angle is going to be weird. But I bet I could get it just like that. There we go. That's awesome. Ah, 'tis you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do we do down here, up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the forum decides will be our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. Well, by all means, help yourself. Much appreciated, my good fellow. Oh, so, where to begin? He just was like, yep, go ham. Wherever it is that you want, go for it. I think that he would be a little bit more careful. Oh, we're starting with the grapes? Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. Somebody at the beginning, I think, of Endwalker gave me some grapes. So sweet, so sour. Their taste is as much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. And another. And another. Well, that's certainly given me food, haha, for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice sponge. Meh, ghastly things. I'd rather eat rancid gigatoad eyeball. Wow, what an opinion. What an opinion. I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice sponge. Tough choices, tough choices. In all reality, I think I'm gonna respond for this because in true reality, grapes are fine. They're meh. They're not my favorite fruit. Pineapple, apple, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. Grapes are meh. They're okay. I hate moderate because my body can't decide if it wants to feel hot or cold. Oh, you'd rather pick one. Yeah, because you said really hot or really cold, no in between. That's actually fair. I can see that being kind of annoying. You can always put more layers on. That's... Fortunately, Katara, I think that mostly I'm worried about being at the house, so I'm not worried about being in public, so... The low poly grapes. My house is 67 years round. I'd prefer it be colder, but that's the most my wallet can provide. I'm a polar bear. Oh, yeah, house is 67, temperature-wise, year-round. You prefer it to be colder, but that's what my wallet can provide. Yeah, that's chilly. That is chilly. Chilly for me. But I think the thing is that when it's cold, you put on a sweater, you get really cozy, and you're just like, oh, this is so nice and snuggly. And that's a great feeling, so. Delicious, but nothing on. Pomegranates are great, but they're so much work. Pomegranates are so much work. Cucumbers? Put them in anything. Well, cucumbers aren't a fruit, but cucumbers are good. Pickles are better. And an expression of indifference, I assume. In all fairness, our compendium did note that they are valued more as an ingredient for spirituous beverages rather than as a fruit for regular consumption. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Apples. Lemons. Oranges. Orange by name, orange by nature. Which came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. I think that the name came first, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urianger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter? This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Unfortunately, everything is perfectly ripe all at the exact same time, so they're all able to be eaten. Unlike reality, when certain things are in season and other things are not. Other Qatar is a monster. Saying that cucumbers are the worst thing. I mean, do you eat them plain or do you just put them on stuff? Because cucumbers on salad is good. Only on occasion have I had cucumbers on a sandwich. It's a little weird, but I have enjoyed it. Mostly it's like for salads. That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? More like a pumpkin. No? In any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. But usually you have to cook it. It's so hard and flavorous, I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goofy carrots. Stop, stop, stop. Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. Yeah, your name is literally Cookingway. Have you not ever cooked before Cookingway? What's more, it broadens the range of ingredients we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Then perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled? I wonder, though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Oh boy, are we hitting the lemon trees? The sourness of the lemon tree is going to pucker some lips. Definitely not for consuming raw. Except that I actually really like a good lemon. I think I destroyed a lot of the enamel on my teeth from all the lemons that I ate as a kid. What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, it'll have flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Why would we not tell them? Enjoy the rind. My tongue! Is this poison? You're doing it all wrong, buddy. All wrong. A lemon? I mean, it's supposed to taste like this. How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Blech! And maybe sometime before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Is anyone else someone who likes to suck on lemon slices? I can't do it anymore because I've already ruined my teeth too much, but it's very enjoyable, so instant regret time. You wouldn't stop them? You eat lemon rinds? Okay, hold on. There's a difference between chewing and flavoring, like just enjoying the flavor of lemon rind, and actually eating. Like, you eat lemon. We're learning so much. Who is it here that ate the tops to strawberries? You crazy people. Y'all weird. Yes, Katara, Miss Green. You and your fascination with eating green things. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and the oranges. Less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon. The deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth. In more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity of a bit of sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Bit of sick came up there. Very well, lemon muffin. Do your worst. Lemon muffins are delicious. Puckerway. Lemon waffles. I have never had lemon waffles, but I'm a huge fan of lemon, so that does sound really good, so. Yeah, I can't do the leaves of the strawberry. No, I've either gotta chop it or just eat around it. Usually I just eat around it. This is delicious.
Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking! See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It all comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. Well, I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but we make them if we're to survive.
Such strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind.
The hard choices, but you gotta make the hard choices.
Mankind, the Loporits, we are both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly, and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the cost incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it.
Literally spitting out like Heidelin's answer to the question that Hermes proposed. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. Give that to Medion.
When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins.
I love the fantasy remake of it.
Pardon my Orzian, what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cookingway at your service. I'm here to help prepare for a trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetherius' species as possible, if you're up to the challenge.
Yes, of course. I look forward to it.
Well then, this has been highly productive. Well, probably. Let's go and see if Oriange and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? Pray return to the Waking Sands.
Or the Rising Stones, whichever you see fit, so. I still love Puckerway. Something about lemon makes the back of my throat freeze up? Don't tell me you're anti-lemon too. The respite was too brief. I will say that I have thought that the intense music was a little intense for running around trying vegetables, but you know what? We take what we can. I can't believe it. Katara, the strawberry top eater, does not enjoy lemons. Well, then I will take all of your lemons. I'm definitely a lemon fan. The little robots, the mammoths. The respite we afforded these Loporits was but brief. Now back to work, you silly rabbits.
That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine?
Cuisine. These French words always stumble over. Far East has oodles of noodles. Limsa Limits is home to the Culinarians Guild and many less than savory establishments. Definitely Limsa Limitsa. Having done a lot of the cooking quests early on, I enjoyed that wholeheartedly.
Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetherius, the more I wish I could spare
we wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there were some other way. If only there was some other way. If only there were some other way.